the only way that we can even know that an object exists is by relating to another subject as a subject and talk to it. Everything is subjective perception. We cannot know that the tree over there exists until we talk to it. How do we do that? I don't know, because we've forgotten that. When I woke up this morning, I was thinking about, for no apparent reason, this thing about science looking for the ultimate theory to explain everything, and it just occurred to me that that is the ultimate absurd thing, because science already has the ultimate theory that explains everything. Plus, it's been there all the time. We just need to look here in nature. Or we could reflect a little bit on what Albert Einstein said. He might be the biggest cultural hero of all heroes in our scientific times. It's just that we don't listen to him. If you break down Einstein to the two most basic statements, and by saying this I also admit that I haven't studied Einstein, so I'm talking just from my subjective, totally unscientific point of view. He said that all is relative. That's one thing, and the other thing is that the energy equals the mass multiplied with the speed of light in square, whatever that means. And that's actually all there is to it. We don't need more theory than that to explain everything. Let's take a look at the quote, all is relative. What's implied in that is that we are not alone. And reality wouldn't exist. The cosmos wouldn't exist if we didn't relate. If something is relative, then it's based on relations. Our world consists of relations. Husband, wife, parent, child, human nature, friends, even enemies are related. So, that's the truth. All is relative. Everything is based on relations. If there was no relation, there would be no all. There would be no cosmos. There wouldn't be a you. There wouldn't be a me, etc. In other words, we are not alone. We are together. Emptiness, loneliness is not the ultimate answer. The ultimate answer is togetherness. All is relative. Second statement, that the energy equals a mass times blah blah blah, speed of light. The speed of light is a constant, so we can actually leave that out from a philosophical point of view and say that energy equals mass. Energy being what? Spirit, I suppose. Mass being what? Body. In other words, spirit equals body, or spirit, you could also say love is body. There is no separation between body and soul. If we say that life consists of body and soul, we're actually making a separation. But the interesting thing that Einstein says is that body is soul and soul is body. So we already have the ultimate theory of everything. So why fight? We don't have a word for this. Something that is both soul and body. It would be a love body, probably. I am a love body. And I create a bigger love body together with another love body, my wife. We create an even bigger love body by relating to a family, etc. And ultimately to everybody. That's the ultimate love body, where all is relative and we are all a big love body. Now, why are we where we are? I don't want to blame science, and I don't want to blame religion. I don't think the problem is there. I recently read a book by a man named Charles Einstein, and he put words to a lot of stuff that I have felt since I was a little boy, but didn't have words for. And that book inspired this talk, so thank you, Charles. Also thanks to my kids, my children, Fredrika and Fabian, from whom I've learned some very important things during the last couple of weeks. Why don't I want to blame science? Because what science do is that they don't understand. Science created the phrase "all is relative," but they haven't yet been willing to assume the consequence of that statement being real. If all is relative, then it means that cosmos emerges in the relation between the observer and the observed, between the subject and an object. Everything we see, everything we think, everything we do is based on our perceptions. Even if we quantify and measure every single entity in the universe, we are not going to experience that entity directly. Everything goes through our senses or our thought patterns or whatever. We actually don't know. Ultimately, we don't know if there is an absolute reality out there. All we know is that we perceive it. In other words, everything is subjective. Everything we know is subjective. The only way we can know anything about the environment or what's around us is by relating to it, talking to it, listening to it. What we do is that we apply force to it to make the environment do as we want. And isn't that the ultimate separation, if anything? So, but so you can say, of course, that science is the reason why we kill the planet, or try to. We're not going to kill the planet. The planet is bigger than ourselves. We can't actually kill it. Maybe we can kill ourselves. But even that won't happen. Science was based on an already existing misunderstanding that we are separate from our environment. But we are not separate. We are relative with it. And everything is a big love body. Okay, then religion then, is it their fault? Wasn't it religion who created the separation between body and soul? Body is bad and spirit is sacred. Didn't religion say that for thousands of years? Which created guilt and horror and stuff with stuff that related to body. Yes, of course you can say that, but science or religion also builds on something that existed before religion, that we are separate. So the only thing we need to do is to get over our mistakes from the past. For science to realize that they already have it in the phrases all is relative and soul is body. Thanks for listening.